I just saw a pile of children's bodies. I opened up Instagram and someone had posted a video of a pile of corpses no older than 5 or 6. 2 of them were younger than my son, who is barely a year old. They were set there because there was no time or ability to have a funeral for them. And almost certainly the space that they were being treated in needed to be used for children who are still fighting for their lives. And the president of my country, a man who's also referred to as the leader of the free world, the most powerful man in the world, wants me to be angry with the person who posted that video instead of the people who murdered those children. He wants me to be angry that the story got out. Not that there was a story in the first place. And why is he wanting me to be angry with the person who posted it? It's because he is guilty for their deaths. I've been scared. I've been terrified. I have been so unsure and so full of doubt for years now. I really thought that I was just going to have to swallow my pride and get ready to vote for someone like Joe Biden as opposed to Trump or somebody like Trump. But Biden is not just allowing for a world where there is a pile of children's corpses. He is creating the children's corpses through his policies. He is advocating for them. Beyond that, we have seen over and over again that when the President of the United States tells Israel to do something, they do it because they are beholden to us, which means that it does not matter if there is some pretense of sovereignty over Israel. They are the attack dog of the United States in the Middle East, and every single death, every single child's body, all of their blood is on Biden's hands. I forced myself to get over my reservations back in 2020 because Trump was president and Biden was not. And I thought maybe there's a chance that the worst fears I have around a Biden presidency might be exaggerated, because I looked around and I saw the fear on the faces of my friends and family. And I thought, you know what, if I'm worried, that's one thing, but I can vote for them, right? I can vote for them. But my vote has helped create piles of children's corpses. Not only that, but life inside the United States has not gotten any better. Housing insecurity, food insecurity, incredible amounts of crushing debt. It is all there. Poverty rates are increasing constantly. Look, I know. I am a student of history, and I know that when you don't show up, you don't count. And so this isn't even me saying we need to boycott the election. No. And it is certainly not me saying that we need to vote for whatever Zionists the Republicans put in charge. That's not an option either. But we have a year, and the Democratic establishment wants to act like it is a done deal, like it is impossible to find someone else. But that's a lie. That is a lie. They may be turning it into functionally a truth through their own intransigence, but it's a lie. It's a lie that the more they push and the more they advocate for, the more they prove this entire American system does not represent the American people. The harder they push this lie, the harder they try and gaslight into believing that the most powerful people in the world just can't do any better, the more they do that, the more each and every one of us needs to be convinced that we need to create alternative systems of power. The Democratic Party has 1 year to put up a viable candidate for presidency. 1 year. And they can do it. They can do it if we make them do it. And if they don't, well, guess what? Every popular uprising throughout all time has required some sort of flashbulb moment, a single event in time that jumpstarts a revolution. These events are almost impossible to plan. But the election of a fascist Zionist who supports genocide, that is just about as close to a flashbulb moment that we can plan ahead for. So every single one of us needs to be organizing so that we can demonstrate what the alternative to not putting up a anti-Zionist candidate is. I can't wait to see who you pick, DNC. When you do, I'll see you at the polls. Otherwise, we'll all see you in hell.